Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today, Saturday. Well. A lot of developments, not only in Ukraine, Russia, and Europe, but even in Australia. We have here about 6 articles, very, I would say, revealing of what's going on around this planet. But before I go any further, I have to make a little announcement. I'll be going today to see Megadeth. Yes, in Clarkston, Michigan. I'm going to attend a concert, so I will see Dave Mustaine. Not a big fan of the band, but I was invited, so I couldn't refuse an offer. I couldn't refuse. So yes, today at 6 o'clock, I'll be in Clarkston to see Megadeth. By the way, in the VIP section. So, if you go over there, we can meet. So let's start with the first article here, first topic. Ukrainska Pravda. Russia claims attack by over 100 Ukrainian drones. The Russian Defense Ministry has claimed that 101 Ukrainian drones attacked the territory of the Russian Federation and temporarily occupied Crimea on the night of 20 to 21st of September. The Russian Defense Ministry stated, okay, and I'm quoting, a total of 53 drones were intercepted and destroyed over Bryansk. Bryansk Oblast is right here. So this is Ukraine. This is where the war occurs. This is the Crimean Peninsula. So they start with Bryansk this way. Then they say 18 over Krasnodar Krai. Krasnodar Krai is in this area. Right here, Krasnodar Krai in this area, Krasnodar. Oh, you don't see because of my melon. All right, we can adjust that, write that, bye-bye. Here, Krasnodar in this area. Then we have 5 over Kaluga. Ta-da! All right, Kaluga. Kaluga is somewhere up, somewhere north. In this area here. Kaluga towards Moscow, right here, Kaluga Oblast. Then we have 3 over Tver and 3 over Belgorod. Tver next to it somewhere here. Tver, where the hell are you? Belgorod is right here and Tver is right here, north of Moscow, northwest. And then you have 1 over Smolensk and Kursk Oblast and the Republic of Crimea. So this is Smolensk, Kursk, Crimea. Correct, Smolensk is right here by Belarus. Then you got Kursk right here and the Crimean Peninsula, voila. This is according to the Russians. And they say 16 other drones were destroyed over the Sea of Azov. 16. So the Sea of Azov is right here. Let's say east of, northeast if you want, of Crimean Peninsula. All right, let's see what the Russians are saying about this one themselves. Coming from Sputnik, more than 100 Ukrainian drones shot down over Russian regions overnight, Ministry of Defense 10 hours ago. And I say, this night, during an attempt by the Kiev regime to carry out a terrorist attack using unmanned aerial vehicles on targets on the territory of the Russian Federation, 101 aircraft-type UAVs were destroyed and intercepted by air defense systems on duty. It said 53 of them were intercepted and destroyed over their pop-up. This is the same thing those guys reported. So the Ukrainians also attacked an airfield and another Russian depot, arms, weapons depot, big one. So this is the second one. I will cover that extensively in the next video because I have many topics today. I always remain with topics undiscussed. That's the way I do. I make the, let's say, A tier, B tier, or 1 tier, 2nd tier, 3rd tier of articles that I think that are very important. So I put them in the 1st tier. I have so many, and then the 2nd tier. So when I'm done with the first ones, I'm going to the second ones that I think they're important. But you guys sometimes, a lot of times you think that the other ones are more important by viewership. So anyway, so in the 1st tier, let's say I have 20 subjects, and sometimes I cover about 12, and always remain with A tier with first tier of topics undiscussed, and it's adding. I read those, so they get stored here, but I would like to share them with you, and I don't have physical time to do that, unfortunately. So maybe when we expand, somehow we are going to go over more. No, you remember that F-16 fighter jet that was that, let's put it mildly, crashed in Ukraine after its first operation against the Russian missile attack, drone and missile attack. Remember that? About 1 week or 2 weeks ago, something like this. And the Ukrainians took it and said, well, the Americans said, don't use it in dangerous missions. War is dangerous. But nevertheless, now they come and give us another version of what happened to that. What I think happened, it was just shot down. But no, they tried to say it was a friendly fire. Then they said, no, actually, it's a piloting error. Now they say, well, the same garbage with the debris. You know, like he shot a debris and the debris hit the plane and fucked it up. Everything but saying, you know what, it was hit most likely by a missile. I mean, that's how you go with the first hypothesis. Hit by a missile in the line of combat, or however you want to call it. No, it was the debris, man. It was the debris right here. And the smoke, it was a lot of smoke out there. I don't know what kind of they were smoking, but anyway. Missile debris likely caused the Ukrainian F-16 to crash. Do you know that on YouTube it's considered a violation of their community guidelines? Some of the community guidelines don't include us over there. It's just their community, and we participate whenever they allow us. But you cannot deny certain things. Certain things are certain. Like, all right, this is a pair of glasses. And I say, okay, it's a pair of glasses. And I say, no, I don't think it's a bicycle. This is a bicycle. Now, I'm allowed to say that about this. I can be delusional. This is my assessment. But if I say, for instance, I don't know, let's say there's no, in the Second World War, this event, let's say, happened in a certain way. Maybe it's not the one that, history is changing. Why is it changing? Because you get more information with time. Rarely you have an event that starts here, ends here, and you know everything about it. But regarding certain incidents, we know everything and nothing else must be added unless we, which is them, allow it to happen. So you can't say, well, I have some doubts. Remember, in Europe, it's illegal to say certain things, even though, that's the ultimate truth somehow. So the same here. I don't know. Can I say I doubt that this F-16 was downed by debris? Can I say I think, with no evidence, to claim, can I claim, according to my little melon, that maybe it was shot down by, I don't know, by an Iskander? I'm just exaggerating. Well, a missile. Iskander is too big. But anyway, can I? No, because the, how do you call it? Approved version, official version given to us by some people, that's the one I have to parrot here. I can't parrot anything else that I hear somewhere else. Maybe I think those guys have more sense. So again, these guys, this is what they're doing. If you don't say what they say the official version is, you can't operate on YouTube, for instance. So let's go and see what kind of garbage these guys give. According to the report, the aircraft likely accidentally, flew through a cloud of debris from an enemy missile it destroyed earlier. So you see here, it is so good, it destroyed the missile, obviously, but man, it was so fast that it just accidentally flew through. This version of events is among the most likely explanation. No, the most likely explanation is a missile fucked you up. Ukraine has already lost 4 of other fighter jets, 2 MiG-29s and 2 Sukhoi 27s due to similar circumstances. No. According to source, it was not similar circumstances. It was what you reported as being the similar circumstances. You told us that. And who told you that? The military. So how can I verify that? Ask the Russians. No, the Russians are lying. So therefore, I have to stay within what these guys are telling me. But I can't verify it because they tell me. And if I deny that, that's the key word, denied that, then, no, we had a problem here. Even though as a free person, I should be allowed on a platform to deny what the fuck ever I want and whenever I want. Like a telephone. These guys on YouTube and others are a telephone company. provide you with a service. Now, what I do with the telephone and hey, baby doll, that's if it's a crime, that's someone else who's going to take care of my crime. Not the telephone company say, hey, yes, sir. This is telecom. Oh my God, what they do? Oh, you use the term boo-boo. Oh, can I use the term boo-boo? No, you can't. Sorry, click. Hello. Boo, 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 boo. That's the way it functions. And our elected politicians suck dick on this matter. That means what? They don't do shit. Let's move on. All right, let's see how I think these guys confirm something I've been saying for some time, and that is the Americans and the Brits will probably allow, I said this many times before, so I think this is a confirmation, will probably allow the Ukrainians to use their missiles to strike deep inside Russia, saying that actually is the Ukrainian domestic drone. No, the rocket drone, the rocket man that flies, 1,000 miles. Remember? I said this many times before this garbage came and say, well, you know what? According to Ukrainska Pravda, US and UK may secretly allow Ukraine to use Storm Shadow missiles to strike Russia. The Times said that, hey, Johnny come lately, I've been here a few months already, ahead of you. Why? It was normal. It was normal, my friends. This is a war like this, just details. Someone dies, the other one dies. In what circumstances? In a war. It's not hard to find out how they died with the debris, remember? So the same here. It's normal if you know something about history, if you read it, if you, been involved in certain things, if you have experience, you're going to realize that what happens in this war, it happened in that war, in that war, and that war, with a little flavor. The same shit, different face. All right, that's what it is. So we say, no, we don't have mercenaries. No, we don't try to do this. No. They did it before, they do it now. Why? We are human beings at war. Yeah, we have the Geneva Convention. That is toilet paper for those guys. Why? I explained many times before. You have to win, and then when you win, you write the history. Got it? There you have. So, like, what was this guy's name when these guys came here and brought civilization to America? What are the names? The conquistadors, right? It was a priest over there, and the priest was asked, I think it was asked, what should I do with, what should we do? How do we know who to, this guy maybe is a good guy, the other one's a bad guy? And the priest said, well, don't worry about it. God will judge them, will sort them out. So you just and then let that to God. The same is with war. We just win, and after win, we're gonna make sure we divide who was the bad guy, who was the good guy, what they did, what we didn't do, and so on. That's war. So they got clearly telling us this, and I think this is the right way to go. Why right way? Because they have to somehow wash face, right? Save face. The Times writes that the United States and United Kingdom are likely to give Ukraine permission to use the Storm Shadow missiles to strike Russian territory, but this decision may remain secret. The Russians know it the second you made a decision, to preserve the factor of surprise for the Russian side. And then the guys are going to nuke you. No? Okay, all right. Oh, where's your crystal ball? Again, go by probabilities and possibilities. Is it possible? Yeah, the Russians don't do anything. It's possible. Is it probable? Well, I give them maybe 10% the Russians will not do what they said they will do. And remember, the escalation comes on the guys. Have you noticed that the Russians did not go, they invaded Ukraine because they had to defend themselves? No, I'm sorry. It was an unprovoked attack. My bad, So they invaded, and then these guys in the West, they always escalated. We're going to send this. Russians, okay, we're going to do this. Oh, we're going to attack Kerch Bridge. Okay, we're going to attack your infrastructure. Okay, we're going to give you, how do you call those, tanks. We're going to do this. You're going to give them a long-range missile. We're going to do this. It's always like following. I didn't hear the Russians, okay, we're going to hit targets in Poland right now. I know what you might be thinking. I've never heard this. It's always as a reaction. They react. I know the art of war says that react and sometimes attack by surprise. If you're strong enough, not like the Japanese in the Second World War, which it was, it worked, but unfortunately they knew about it. Some people say, am I supposed to say that? I'm talking about the attack on the 7th of December, 1941, remember that one? Not on American land. Those were what? Territories, whatever they were. They were not states. Hawaii was not a state at that time. Nevertheless, they attacked American property. But the Japanese were successful in what? In 1904, in the Battle of Tsushima. Remember that one? When again the Japanese had a surprise attack on the Russian Tsar's fleet located in the Strait of Tsushima in the Far East, and they destroyed everything. And Russia lost the Japanese or Russian war with one strike. And they did the same thing with these guys because they thought it's kamikaze, whatever, the window of change will come and destroy them, like the kamikaze, the wind of Wawawa, destroyed what was that? The Korean fleet twice, remember? That's why they said, oh, it's going to work. 3 times is a charm. But the 4th time, the Americans smacked them. All right. So that is with this little thing. Let's go to another one and go to the Australians, mate. And the Australians, unfortunately, I think they're way ahead of most European nations, including the United States of America and Canada, which are part of the same Western world, into being tyrannical. By their officials, by the elected officials. I'm not talking about the dictators. No. Officials with children brains, they cannot keep freedom in check. Therefore, they start banning it. How? If you say that, you're going to get incarcerated. If you say that, we're going to fine you. We're going to ban this. We're going to ban that. You don't say it. That's how they control it. Now, what they do? They are obviously under the American, under its subordination. It's just a country that says yes to the United States of America, because with that, they have to talk to China alone, and that would be a little bit harder, let's put it this way. Nevertheless, Australia plans to transfer its decommissioned Abrams tanks to Ukraine. There you go, mate. You're gonna give this is according to Ukrainska Pravda. You guys are going to give your old dirty Abrams tanks, and guess what's gonna happen next? The American arms manufacturing company is going to give you something better, and you're going to pay for it. Or maybe, you're going to pay anyway, because I think Australia will get some loans, and you are going to pay the loans with taxes, higher taxes, and your children. But hey, you're going to be protected from China. All right, so let's see what these guys are doing. Ukraine will soon be able to use decommissioned Australian Abrams battle tanks in the war against Russia. Now, this is the good one, or is the good one? Right here. The newspaper reports that the Australian government, together with the administration of US President Joe Biden, he's not there, he's gone fishing, is working on a plan to send American-made Abrams M1A1 tanks to Ukraine. At the same time, Australian Defense Minister Richard Marles said that there are a number of opportunities that they are considering with the Ukrainian government. All right, at the same time, Australia has previously ruled out the possibility of providing this equipment to Kiev. They always lie. They always lie. Why? Because that's the way they do in the war. And we're supposed to believe our governments when they say, I changed my mind. You remember when they said they're not gonna send howitzers? I'm talking about the Americans. When they said they're going to send armored vehicles, no. No tanks, no. No F-16s, no. And then now say, no military. I mean, you did everything. Remember the mountain slope model? Little you're going to get. All these things were already, this is a plan. It's not like they woke up, I think, well, how about we do this? Oh man, look at that smart guy. Yeah, man, I think we do that. No, everything is planned. It's just that they let us know now. And little by little, they prepare the bullshit. The Australians, first they said, we're not going. Anybody was like, no, man, we'll stay out of it. What changed? Nothing. It's just they let you know now, or us. And the same thing with the Americans. In July, Australia reportedly retired 59 Abrams M1A1 tanks that had been used in combat are now being replaced with newer models. What they tell you. Purchased for 550 million Australian dollars, about $350 million in 2004, these combat vehicles are equipped with cannons and machine guns. Well, you know what they have? They need those cages, metal cages on top for the $20,000 cheap Russian drones. They're gonna decommission them forever. Remember, these tanks will be fucked up as anybody else, as any other tank. What I don't understand about these tanks, And maybe, I don't know, you got experience in, I don't know, boom, boom with the tanks. I don't have, but I'm not an idiot, and I don't intend to be on this video, at least. Let it not switch to full retard mode. So, don't you have in a tank like a little radar and something that if, I don't know, a bird wants to land on your little turtle or whatever, to before it comes? We're not that good yet, but we have lasers and we're working on hypersonic and we go to the moon in 1969, in 70 and 71. Huh? But we don't have on a tank a little radar that will catch a drone with the arms like this, big, a very cheap drone coming towards you, and you don't have a radar that catch that up, and when it approaches, yes, I know, a few guns pop out, like in the movies. We have them. Stealth fighters, remember those ones, invisible? So, pop, 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 and there you go. No, they put freaking metal cages on top of the tank to protect it from an attack. On is this what? Is the Middle Ages? Is what, the freaking Knights of the Templar now, right now? Oh, still with swords? They put a cut. Oh my God. So something is going on, and that is, these guys are lying, all of them, with their capabilities, weapon capabilities. Oh, these guys are doing, and bam, bam, bam. I would cut 60% of their statements. When they say they have a stealth fighter or whatever missile it does, that I cut 60% of their capability. That's how I think. Remember, Patriot systems, ask the Israelis how the Patriot systems worked. And they want to sell them, get away with them. To what? To Zelensky staying in Kiev. Well, from one to another. Yeah, it's the same thing. Anyway, so let's move to the next one, which gets me to this one. Associated Press, Hezbollah leaders among 37 killed in Israeli strike. Now, I heard there were 2. Who were the other 35? And look what these guys, Associated Press, look how these guys are reporting it. The 2 Hezbollah leaders were among those killed in an Israeli attack on Beirut suburb. Israeli military said as Lebanon raised the death toll of the attack on 37, including, here you have it, right? So this is the, how do you call it, populated area. You see this? These are people who live over there. I'm going to show you balconies, you know, apartment buildings. So they did it, them basically. The same with the little walkie-talkies and with the pagers. Who cares who's around them? The same here, it seems like. Or no? Do you see any condemnation? The peace process is going well. There's not going to be any peace process. The peace process is this. When these guys are going to land over there, there is going to be peace for them, they think. They're not going to get in that position. So that gets me to the last article that I want to discuss today, and this is from Sputnik. Iran unveils new missile drone with 4,000 kilometer range amid seething regional tensions. So that is what, about 3,000 kilometers, let's put it, 3,000 miles. So they can hit certain areas, don't you think? But they say, dubbed the Jihad, Holy War. The missile had a reported range of up to 1,000 kilometers and was designed by the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps Aerospace Division. But they say that changed right here. They did range up to 2,000 kilometers. They did something better, they say. And now, also making its debut at Saturday's parade was the Shahed 136B, the latest modification of Iran's mainstay piston engine-powered Shahed 136 kamikaze drone. The upgraded drone touts a range of over 4,000 kilometers, enough to reach anywhere in the Middle East and most of continental Europe. I have a little question here. Are they going to use it? You know, after you see what's going on right now in Lebanon, for instance, or even in their country, they were attacked by these guys, and we win by not reacting. All right, let me just spread your legs and pop, and don't react. Just take it easy. All right, my friends, here it is. We have a lot of people. I don't want to promote anything over there. Obviously, but don't you think that from time to time, at least you have to smack the bully boy? Otherwise, the bully boy will increase its bullying. And what are you going to do then? As I said, Start it from the very beginning. Break the thing at the beginning. You might be losing, but I guarantee the next time these guys will not try. Well, I think they're kind of playing. Anyway, that's it, my friends. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.